Hello and welcome to day 19 of Lockdown Bootcamp. Today I want to talk about what's known as intuitive eating. And basically what intuitive eating is basically eating as when we were born. Because like if you think when a baby was hungry, it cried, it got fed, it looked for food, and it generally stopped eating when it was full. Now life took over, society took over, work took over, school took over, all of those type of things took over. So we started eating kind of like a more structured diet of breakfast, lunch and dinner, and that's it. That's what the establishment told us, that's what we had to do. Okay, so but it's not that. What intuitive eating goes against and challenges every idea around dieting. Okay, if anybody's ever come to see me or knows me, you'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of diets in general. They have their place. They have some fantastic ideas behind them, especially some of the more modern takes on diet. But the idea is to kind of like eat. When you want to eat a whole food diet, like a diet of real food, of lots of color, of lots of veg, of lots of fruit, of lots of organic meat and chicken. Okay, that's fantastic. But the idea around restrictive eating, or saying no to what you want and saying no all the time, that's a very negative place to be, and it's not a very good place for an holistic kind of practice, an holistic person, a holistic being that we are, to say no, we can't have that, no, we don't have that. Yes, of course it's true that we just shouldn't eat processed rubbish food and that like that, but the idea of starvation or the idea of cutting out foods for the process of losing weight doesn't work. It's been proven over and over and over again that the people who lose weight in diets gain sometimes twice as much on the second time. So the idea around intuitive eating is, the first idea is there's 10 principles which I'll go through just now, but it's a kind of like, the idea is that you make peace with your food. That's as simple as that. You make peace with your food. Okay, and if anybody knows or reads Abraham Hicks, they will tell you, or Abraham Hicks will tell you, that it's about the kind of like the love or the energy that you put into what you're eating that is most important. Okay, so the idea is that food is not your enemy. It really, really is not your enemy, and it should bring you should view food as the idea that it brings health and nourishment and vibration and increases your frequency. Now this can only be done through real foods like organic fruit, organic vegetables, and as we spoke previous, it's about the cooking methods that you use. That you can go out and you can buy organic fruit and veg and then take them home and then leave them in the fridge for 10 days, 2 weeks, or cook the life out of them or deep fry them, so you're killing the energy in them. So the philosophy behind it is to take control of your eating, and listening to your body, understanding how it works, and understanding that you're more than just the physical. Okay, that your emotions, that your mental well-being, that your spiritual well-being all come into effect by the fuel that you put into your body. Kind of a lot of people become vegan on a spiritual path, which is fantastic. You cannot criticize that. You really can't. And the love of all animals and the love of all life, you cannot fault that. Please do not have some tolerance and do not give out to anybody for their belief system. The vegan diet is a very, 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 very good diet if you know how to do it properly. And that's the key. You have to know how to do it properly, okay? So, the idea is that you take control of yourself. You listen to yourself. You take control of the food. And you change, our taste buds over the years have been changed. Okay, when we were born, our natural taste buds gravitate towards a bitter taste. Okay, you watch a baby kind of like eat a lemon, and I'm not saying this because I'm Irish or anything, but you watch a baby drink beer, you'll struggle to get your beer back. We crave bitter food because it stimulates the digestive system. But however, then through kind of like many reasons, shelf products, convenience, grandparents, we start kind of changing it into a very much sugar or sweet based taste sensation. Now if we changed it once, we can change it to, back again. So it is a very, very, very possible thing. And I'll give you an example. Like years ago I used to drink coffee and like cappuccinos, and I wouldn't have them without 3 or 4 sugars in every single one. I might have 3, 5, 6, 7 cups of coffee a day. So when you think about it, like if I had 6 cups of coffee and I had 3 teaspoons in each one, that's 18 teaspoons of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. That's 100 grams of sugar plus that I was taking every day in coffee. Easy. Now if you gave me a cup of coffee with a grain of sugar in it, I would taste it and it's disgusting. Like, I cannot take that. So kind of like, bring your energy back to kind of like who you are, to kind of like your relationship with food back to one of nourishment and energy and vibration, okay? You have to have a healthy attitude towards food. You really do. You have to realize what food is there, not to kind of be your enemy, or not to hurt you, or not to bring you down, but to bring the very best out of life, okay? So there's different types of hunger that we have to feed, okay? The physical hunger is the obvious one, when we get tired, when we get weak, when we get angry, which is satisfied by eating. And then the emotional hunger, which is one when we feel bad about ourselves, we have guilt, or kind of like we have issues around kind of self-worth, or do we deserve things? Yes, we do. We deserve the very, very best all the time, in every way, manner, or form. So know the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger, and understand that emotional hunger, it is real. And I'm not gonna, kind of like dismiss it and say, oh, get over yourself, it's not real at all. Of course it's real. But when we're suffering from emotional hunger, again, it comes back to your shopping. If you don't have the stuff in your fridge or your cupboards, it's very hard to eat it, because very, very few of us decide to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drive to the local 24-hour shop to buy crap, okay? So, again, it's working on yourself completely holistically, and kind of like looking at yourself as the complete being, like one of full of life and full of light and full of love. It's very, very important, okay? So, the principles of intuitive eating is just to reject the diet mentality. Listen to yourself, get back in touch with yourself, get back in touch with who you really are, your intuition, your actual core, the actual center of who you are. Honor your hunger, but realize which one it is, whether it's an emotional hunger or whether it's a physical hunger. To make peace with food. The fourth principle is to challenge the food police. It's a difficult thing, because we are bombarded with kind of information, some good, some bad, some real, some fake. All you have to do is look at what's going on at the moment in the world today. We have experts in the field of kind of health or virus control, or kind of like well-being, or human beings and the best out of life. And we have such differing opinions coming from people who are the experts in the same subject. So kind of like, again, this is where challenge the food police comes back to kind of like trusting yourself. And just because somebody tells you something is right isn't. We were told for a long time that fat makes you fat. I mean, no, it doesn't, okay? We were told for a long time that sweeteners are a healthier option than sugar. Okay, neither of them are the healthiest option, but if you are going to have something sweet, eat sugar. At least it's a real food. At least our body knows what to do. It's a highly processed, refined food, yes, of course, but at least at one stage it came from a plant, where sweeteners are just chemicals. And this is another complete story altogether, but please do your research on sweeteners. Okay, discover satisfaction in food, discover satisfaction in life, okay, the satisfaction that you can bring to yourself, okay, honor feelings without food, okay, and again, this comes back to emotional eating, and be careful kind of like that you're not kind of like, because emotional eating generally tends to lead to the issues that made you eat emotionally in the first place, okay, respect your body, exercise, and honor your health, okay. Okay, research has proven over and over again that a healthier attitude towards yourself leads to a healthier self. And when you have a healthier attitude towards yourself, you generally tend to eat healthier foods. Okay, so kind of like to start this intuitive eating, stop judgment on yourself, stop giving out about yourself, so accept yourself for who you are, where you are right now, and we'll start from there and we'll go forward, okay? You can set goals for what you want and put it in a time span, but make sure that it's realistic, okay? Don't decide that you want to lose 14 kgs by lunchtime. It's not going to happen unless you cut a leg off. So keep it real, okay? Don't be scared to break the rules around eating. If somebody tells you that you have to have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you know that doesn't suit you, it doesn't bring the best out of you, don't be scared to have 6 or 8 small meals a day. Don't be scared to have that one big meal at night time. Listen to yourself for what you get best out of, okay? Do it without guilt, okay? Always, always, always. Okay? Your body is a temple, it's not a tomb, and your body should be praised, and it should be revered, and it should be kind of like a place of celebration. So eat from the garden, not from the graveyard. Eat a healthy diet, full of colour, full of life, full of vibrance, full of energy, okay? Please, okay? It's your choice. I cannot make you do it, but I can only suggest it's your choice. Raise your vibration, raise your immune system. Okay, your immune system is key. So you can only do that yourself. It does not come in the form of a vial or an injection or a tablet. It comes in what you do every single day. Your thoughts, what you gossip about, what you talk about, what you look at, what you view, what you listen to, okay, and what you eat. It's all part of the immune system, because you are far more than just a physical body. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, please contact us, and make sure you follow our Facebook page. I think after day 21 we will be just going purely to Facebook. We're not giving up on you, we're not forgetting about you. We don't want to finish the lockdown bootcamp, but we will just probably take it just purely to the Facebook platform. So tomorrow what I want to do is talk a little bit about detoxing. It's a huge subject, so I'll try and keep it short and try and condense it. But until then, enjoy your day, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Cheers, bye bye.